Hey Lunartics. This reading is for anyone who identifies as a Capricorn or finds themselves drawn to Capricorn energy this December 2018. That may mean it is your sun, moon, rising, or Venus or Mars or any other placement. You may just be drawn to Capricorn energy in general, wanting to call it in, or interested in a specific particular Capricorn. Thank you for likes and subscribes. I really appreciate it. And thank you also for commenting and sharing. I love to hear how it resonates, if it does. A lot of you are not feeling yourself currently, Capricorns. I'm going to try to get you a little bit better view of the cards here. Well, you still can't really see those, can you? I'll just show you. With your card, a card that represents Capricorn to me, the devil showing up and on its head. Yeah, I can tell that a lot of you are not feeling yourself currently. It falls in line with some messages that came through when I was shuffling and meditating with the deck before recording, but also for others of you, you know, we'll get clarifications. For others of you, the message is different. You've recently freed yourself from something toxic, from something unhealthy, an attachment that you felt you needed freed from. I'm sorry about all of the adjustments. For some it's both, you know, of course that may be why you're not feeling yourself. And you're sort of, you seem to be acting like you don't know which way to go now that you're free of that thing, or because you're not acting or feeling yourself for whatever reason. And you're headed toward this period of rest, of solemn contemplation and meditation that the Four of Swords shows us. It often is a picture of a soldier resting after battle, and maybe freeing yourself from this toxic thing or whatever has you not feeling like yourself, Capricorns. It felt like a battle of some kind. And it looks like you have many options moving forward with the Seven of Cups showing. In the reverse, it just may mean that you're not sure which one to choose. It can also speak to altered states, maybe drinking too much, or altering your state, your consciousness in some way too much. You know, any self-medicating or psychonauting, expanding of one's own consciousness is their own personal freedom in my book, in my mind, in my heart. But it looks like for a lot of Capricorns, there's a message here about altering your state to a detrimental point. It's different for different Capricorns, honestly. I mean, some of you know what you're doing here, and some of you do not and are taking it too far. Are you in safe environments? Have you read the rule book? Are you around people that you trust? Are you considering the dangers of how much you're drinking on any given evening? Especially if you're healing from a relationship ending, a codependent situation ending, or for some of you, you know, the addiction that you have freed yourself from is exactly what the Seven of Cups is also about. Meaning, some of you are feeling free of an addiction and you are acting like you are free of that addiction. Some of you are teetering. You're thinking that you're free of this addiction, but in your actions, you're putting yourself in danger of going back to the same addiction. There are several different messages here for different Capricorns. I think across the board, though, you're headed toward this period of rest hereafter. In the near future. So sometime in December, this monthly reading may be good for the whole month for some Capricorns, while for others it may just be for the first half of the month, as it does look like I will be able to put, likely be able to put mid-month readings out as well. So it may just be the first couple of weeks for some of you. We will just see how that shakes out. I think these readings will probably just be I think these readings will probably just be for the first couple of weeks of the month, and then I'll do bi-weeklies. Plan to just do those as well. I just haven't been sure I wanted to promise that in any case. Let's move on to hopes and fears and the lesson here and some advice. Whatever you've recently freed yourself from, whatever has you not feeling like yourself, it's making you hope for a whole new you, a whole new life. You want to transform. You want to be a new version of yourself. You do want to let go and are hoping to let go of anything that, you know, you've identified to be an unhealthy attachment, addiction, to be toxic for you, really. And you may be afraid of what an air sign in your life has to say about all of this. Your recovery, to some extent, is what we're talking about here. This may have been someone that you split with. It may be the someone that you split with. For others, it's not. But air signs are, of course, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. The Queen of Swords, or someone that is like her, sees the truth. It's someone that I would associate with clairvoyant abilities, maybe claircognizant abilities. She sees and knows the truth. You know, and it may be that this person knows the truth because you've opened up to them, you've shared, you've told them, and or they just know you. We may be talking about them because it's just really important to you what they think about this situation that you're in currently. It may be an Aquarius. Let me just pull quickly a couple of clarifiers. Your advice card is the Eight of Pentacles, to focus on work. It may be talking about the hard work of recovery, the hard work of staying clean, if that's a way to say it for you, whatever this addiction may have been. And for others, it was just, you know, maybe a breakup that has you not feeling like yourself, and it wasn't quite, you know, codependency, but it still feels like recovery, right? And like you have to give up a habit. and staying clean could apply to your situation there as well. And so there's this advice to focus on work, or again, like I said, the hard work of recovery. I see a lot of meditation, again, solemn meditation and contemplation. And in that space, I always say with the Four of Swords, we show gratitude for having made it through this battle, whatever has felt like one to us recently. And the Moon card reversed. And you may be doing that work throughout December and into the end of December, even into the new year. I see you still feeling fragile, or someone in this situation still feeling fragile, either cutting themselves off from their emotions or being overwhelmed by them. And if there's not an Aquarius involved here, then it may be a situation where you're lacking hope and faith, and maybe needing to pay attention to some of your astrological details if you feel called to, if you are interested, if you're so inclined. The clarification card I drew was on the Death card here, and we did get this Moon in reverse. Here it's noted as imagination and perception, or those are the key words on the card. And it's in reverse, of course. And I get caught up with it's in reverse, with these reverse cards. With really the energy of the card is all there always, truly. But I feel like it helps me get more specific messages. My relationship with the tarot is just ever evolving. You know, I feel like I should tell you with the Moon card in reverse there are parts of this recovery, there are parts of staying away from this person or this habit, that are up to you, that are in your hands, that are decisions that you can make, choices that you'll make, a determination and a willpower that you'll have to show. And there are parts of it that you will have to leave up to the divine, spirit, source, whatever anchors you, in order to truly make this regeneration happen. So some of you, are needing to own your power in the situation, while others are needing to let go and let the divine to some extent. There, it does look like the lesson is about this split, whomever or whatever the split was from. Just one more card that will sort of tie this message together for us, unify it, maybe offer another piece of advice, Capricorns. And I feel like it will illuminate the lesson for us. The Four of Shells, Four of Water, Four of Cups. First of all, just to rattle these off, if not an air sign energy that's relevant here, or maybe along with that air sign energy, whose opinion you seem to be concerned about, I also see fire sign energy, moving through and toward the end of the month. There's Pisces energy with the Moon, and Scorpio energy with the Death card, of course. But in any case, with the Four of Shells tying it all together, Here, I'm not sure if I just said this, soul searching and reevaluation is noted. Sometimes, sometimes we say no to what we're being offered because we need time to withdraw. We need time to focus on our regret, to move into a period of mourning if we haven't yet. So sometimes there's this for some of you, you're afraid to see the truth of what this connection was or wasn't, why it broke up. You're afraid to move into this space of meditation, some of you, this quiet, solemn meditation on your own, by yourself, to contemplate what role you played, who this person is to you, how you still feel. For some of you, it's hard to admit how long it's going to take to heal from this. For those of you that are just working on self-care, you're so lucky to have the time and the space to do so. We're all healing and we're all working on self-care and self-development in some way. And to have the time and the space and the support to do so, especially at a time that you need it like this, you are so lucky. Here's the 9 of air in reverse, which is another indication of healing at long last, showing for us as well. And for those of you who actually have something that you love working on, or passionate about working on, or don't mind, enjoy working on to some extent, you're very lucky in that way as well then, because this is, as I said, the main piece of advice here, to channel your energy and effort into whatever it is that you're working on. And I would suggest finding things that you do love to work on and are passionate about working on, in order to create better distractions, better aid in staying away from these unhealthy, toxic addictions, if that's what you're working through. Unhealthy, toxic connections, maybe, right? Belief patterns, ways of being that didn't serve you, even. Whatever you're shedding with the Death card, it is something that you felt like was a part of you, you thought, maybe hoped would always be a part of you. And it may very well, as I said, be hard to admit how long it will take to honor this shedding of something like that. But with that, Capricorns, I will have to end your message here. Maybe our message. I do have a few planets there. In any case, I hope that it offered you something. I hope that it gave you something you didn't have when you came to the reading, offered you some help, some insight. Thank you again for all of your interaction with me, for commenting, messaging, letting me know how it resonated if it did. I do appreciate those likes and subscribes and shares. And I do love hearing how it might have resonated with you. And a special thank you to those of you who do purchase readings and donate to the channel. I am so grateful for each and every one of those energy exchanges. And if you are interested in a private reading, you can email me at LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. You can scroll down to the description where you can find that email and all of the options for readings. You can check my channel, the About section, the banner. The links are there as well. Thank you, too, for your interest in the free readings that I was doing. I will return to those at the beginning of 2019. We're just not there quite yet. And otherwise, Capricorns, as far as scheduling a reading, when you pay for your reading, if you are interested in a private reading, if you're someone who's asked me about this as well, when you pay for a reading, you're scheduled immediately. So if you've purchased one that says you will get your reading in 24 to 48 hours, I honor that from the minute that you pay for the reading, no matter how long it is before I see that email, right? So you will have it in 48 hours from when you paid, or 3 to 5 business days if you don't choose a rushed option. So I don't have a website yet, and that's my method of scheduling, is when you pay, you're scheduled. So that's how it's working right now. I hope that's simple for everyone. And I hope you make very wise choices moving forward, Capricorn, throughout the rest of the month, the year. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Capricorns, to those of you with birthdays this month. I very well may put out a love reading for you here very soon. I'm going to get the rest of the general readings out for everyone, and then may do an extra happy birthday reading. If anyone is interested in a specific reading that's different than a love reading, let me know. That's fine as well. I was thinking that a love reading may be a good way to go as far as a birthday gift. But in any case, I love you very much, Capricorns, and I will post another tarot fix for you very soon.